It's Wednesday night, and Donald Trump has done something to try and destroy the U.S. Postal Service. I'm not being hyperbolic. That's something that actually happened, and here's how it went down. Last year, when Trump came into office, he appointed jazz hands here to be the U.S. Postmaster General. His name is David Steiner, and he actually sits on the board of FedEx, which, at the time of his appointment, a lot of people thought might be a conflict of interest, especially knowing that it is the right wing's goal to privatize all government functions so that they can benefit from it. And the USPS is one of the biggest things that they'd like to privatize. They would like to shut that down and have people rely on things like FedEx or UPS or maybe even a brand new privatized mail delivery system. So today, David Steiner testified in front of the Senate Committee on Homeland Security, saying that the USPS will not deliver mail-in ballots to states that refuse to hand over their voter rolls to the Trump administration. Senator Gary Peters said of this new rule that basically it coerces states to conform to the new requirements and hand over their absentee voter rolls or face consequences of not being able to vote by mail. It's unacceptable, it's unconstitutional, and an illegal attempt to transform the USPS into an election administration agency controlled by the White House and President Trump. To ensure free and fair elections, there are two entities that oversee our elections. One is the state. The state essentially hosts the elections. They make sure that the ballots go out and they count them and they hand them over to the election administration in the federal government to do a second cross-check. What Donald Trump is trying to do is make all of the government agencies at the federal level answer to his whims and not to the whims of the people or to the laws of the states administering the election. David Steiner is a Trump loyalist. He has a conflict of interest financial stake in FedEx doing better than the USPS, the agency that he oversees. And the last time that we heard from him and Trump, it was because Donald Trump was complaining about the look of mail carriers and told Steiner that he wanted him to make the uniforms as hot as the economy. The other thing Trump did today was refuse to sign legislation that came from his own Republican majority at the Senate and the House to start work towards building affordable housing. He said that he would not sign that bill until they pass his Save America Act, which is another attack on voting. If the Save America Act were to be passed as it is currently written, it would immediately disenfranchise about 21 million Americans from voting because one of the passages says that your name on your birth certificate must match the name on your voter registration. Married women change their name. And if you think that that is an accident, it is not. It is talked about openly in right-wing circles that women shouldn't have the right to vote, that maybe they should repeal the 19th Amendment or move towards this thing called household voting, where only the man of the house would have a vote.